Welcome back to Chef State of Mind. You guys should already know who it is, but for those of you who do not know, I'm Chef D as always, and today we're gonna be making the best lemon you ever had in your life. So just sit back, sit tight, relax, and we'll be right back. Okay, so if you come in closer, before we get started, this is exactly what you want lamb to look like. You do not want it to be gray anywhere. You want it to be a nice, dark, deep red, okay? That's exactly what you want. But now, we got an olive oil here. I'm gonna throw that in the pan. I'm gonna take a little bit of butter. This is called making a compound butter. Okay. So, what's the point of that? Olive oil has a smoke temp of 350 degrees. Butter has a smoke temp way below that. So, in order to brown this to get a nice crust on that, we need the high temperature of that oil, but we also want the flavor of that butter. Also, we have a couple of aromatics here. We have the bottoms of green onion, and then we have a couple of garlic cloves. We're gonna smash those, and then we're gonna add them into the pan to baste our lamb with once it's done cooking. So our pan is nice and hot. Come look at our butter. Come look at our compound butter. You see? See how that looks? That's exactly how you want it. The butter's starting to foam up. The oil is nice and thin, kind of like a water viscosity. So we have a little bit of salt here. I'm gonna sprinkle that liberally with salt. Cause these are nice. These are about an inch thick, so you want to season that nice and well. We're gonna flip that. I'm gonna season with our. This is the meaty hand. We're gonna season with this hand, right? Want to season nice and high so it gets a nice even coating on it. You might be asking yourself, Demetrius, that's a lot of salt. Isn't it going to be salty? No, I just said it's an inch thick, so you want to season for the whole meat, not just that one side, okay? So, we have our pan on medium-high heat. I'm going to take these in. You hear that? Listen to that. Listen. Yeah, that's what you want to hear. We'll put all 5 of these in here. I want to turn up the heat a little bit, just because this meat is going to start to cool down that pan, right? You also want to press. Come in closer. Come on. Don't be scared. You want to press that meat into there to get a nice even feel on that. Because look, what you don't want. Look at me. What you don't want is to have some of the brown and then some of it kind of like a gray color, kind of like ground beef that's been seeping and cooking in its own fat. You don't want that. You want a nice, crisp, delicious, crusty skin, okay? That's exactly what you want. So, I'm gonna let that sit in the pan for about a minute and a half maybe. Okay, so our pan is nice and hot. We're getting a nice color on that. We're gonna back off the heat a little bit because we do not want to burn that. Okay, so we're gonna get our little douchebag tweezers here. I'm gonna start moving that around. Cause just like a grill, a pan has hot spots too. I'm gonna also move that oil, that compound butter around. I'm gonna rotate all of these. Okay? So let's take a peek under there, see how it's doing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay? That is absolutely beautiful. That's honest, seriously, this is beautiful. This is exactly what you want. I didn't think it was gonna come out this good on camera. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay? Look at that, all of them. All of them are absolutely fucking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay? So, you might be asking yourself, are we gonna cook these well done, medium well, or what? That's all up to your personal preference. I like my lamb medium. So, how do you tell if it's medium? I don't have a thermometer. Okay. You got a hand, right? You got 2 of them, right? Okay. That's medium rare right there. That's medium right here. Medium well and well done. That's a hockey puck. Do not cook anything well done. I don't care what it is, alright? So, gonna keep moving this oil around. Now, we have these aromatics that I told you about earlier, right? We have our garlic, we have our green onion. We just throw that right into there. Gonna smash the garlic, boom, easy. Boom, easy. Okay? We're gonna let that butter break that down. Let it release, let those aromatics, that garlic, that green onion stem release all its flavor. Gonna let this cook for an additional minute and a half maybe. And then we're gonna get some butter, and I'm gonna show you guys how to start basting all of this delicious, crispy lamb. That's gonna make the skin even crispier. Once you start basting it with hot butter and the compound butter and all that, it's gonna make it super crispy. That's exactly what you want. So pretty much where we want them, just feeling all of those, we're gonna throw this butter in. This is the point where you want to turn your heat pretty much to high to start melting this butter. You're gonna get a spoon. Gonna move all of that meat up to the top. You want all the aromatics down at the bottom though, because that's where all the butter is. That's how we're gonna develop all that flavor. So, I'm gonna start basting this. You're gonna tilt the pan. I'm gonna tilt it towards you and baste it. Just keep that same motion. Now butter's gonna start to get brown, right? But that's good because you want it to have a nice nutty flavor. But you don't want it to turn black because that's gonna get bitter. Alright? So this is where you want to be careful. Because you don't want to get any of this butter down into your eye, because that's just gonna start a fire. So what's good about basting? One, it adds flavor. Two, it makes the meat cook evenly. So you're not just getting heat from the bottom, you're also getting heat from the top when you're pouring that hot butter on top of that, right? We're just gonna continually baste this. Okay? If you see your butter starting to get a little bit too dark, just turn off the heat. The residual heat will still keep that butter nice and liquefied so that you can continue basting. You just do not want this to turn black on you. Just keep on basting that. You're gonna baste this for about a minute. Okay? See how this butter isn't turning black on me? You know what helped that? The oil. That's what helped it. If it was just 100% butter in here, I guarantee it would be black by now. You just want to get your rhythm. It's real easy. You're gonna see slowly but surely that crust is gonna start getting darker and darker. That's just flavor. You're just adding flavor at this point. Okay? So we're done. Gonna get our tweezers. Gonna pull this meat out of here. I'm gonna let that rest. This is a clean cutting board too. Do not put this on the same cutting board that you have the meat on. Okay. Get our last piece out. Then I'm gonna take some of these aromatics. Just gonna sit them on top of there. You want all that flavor to just permeate through that flesh. So, now that that's finished cooking, you want to let it rest for at least a minute. At least a minute. 2 minutes to 3 minutes is preferably the best way. That's going to allow it to come up in temperature a little bit more to finish cooking it to whatever you desire. I like mine medium, so I cook it a little bit above medium rare, and then the rest here will bring that back up to medium. That's also going to help retain a lot of that moisture. So now you know how to make lamb. This same process works for steak, for fish, chicken. You just want to cook your chicken well done, of course. But It's that simple, guys. It's just technique, good ingredients, seasoning, and execution. That's all it is. So thank you for tuning in to Chef State of Mind as always. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. That will really help me out. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who watches, everybody who shares, everybody who likes. As always, I'm Chef D for Chef State of Mind.